The National Football League. Oh, yeah, I just said that. The National Football League had their Pixar Fun Day broadcast, and the reason it's relevant will become clear very soon. But before we talk about that, I have to tell you what this was. Brad, will you pull it up?
Yeah,
was an
first off, it
animated-
was super cool, by the way.
Right.
Like, above all else.
Yeah. So this is what it was. They put it was an animated version of the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Atlanta Falcons game in London. And it was broadcast from Andy's room from Pixar and the Toy Story series from Andy's room. So it was super fun, super cool to see the side-by-side footage of the game and to see how well the motion capture worked and to have it in an animated way that's accessible to a new generation of fans. That do you need to hit that harder?
That's the one. Yeah, so I actually sat down. I made it a point to watch this morning. In fact, my son was watching the Mario movie this morning, and I was like, hey, the Pixar game's on. He's like, oh, he turned the movie off and went over to Disney Plus to watch the game because he's like, because we've been talking about it. He's like, that's really cool. And it was really cool. It was awesome. Yeah. And so I was sitting there watching this. I was like, man, could like MLB do this with MLB The Show animation or again with Pixar animation? And I was like, it'd be easy to do with the players because if you can do it with football players, you can do it with baseball players. Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah.
But my only question was the ball.
Right.
Because you have like a limited number of footballs that you use, but you use what feels like an infinite number of baseballs in a game.
Yeah. Right.
Because you could tell that it was obviously that they had some kind of motion capture device on the football because of the way that it was operating, the way that it was working. And it was one thing I loved was that they used the claw to drop the ball in between plays.
That's
and the sky
referees.
Yeah, and the sky cam was the aliens on the claw with holding a camera. It was super cool. It was a ton of fun. But I would love to see baseball do this, figure out a way to do it, because my son, who does not like to sit and watch sports, sat and watched like an entire quarter. He doesn't like. It's not that he doesn't like sports. He loves sports. He loves to play them, but he just doesn't have the attention span to sit and watch an entire game, so he doesn't.
Right? Especially not in the living room. Right.
Right.
At the game, it's different. But
at the game, it's different. But on TV, it doesn't have it. But he had it today to sit and watch an entire quarter of Pixar football as a 9-year-old.
It's incredible.
So
what a stroke of brilliance!
Absolutely. Between this and the Nickelodeon broadcast, what was it last year?
Last year, yeah.
Major League Baseball needs to keep up, man.
Figure
out how to get ahead of it, because it was super cool, like I said, to see how it worked and how well it worked. Blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind.
It's really cool. And the point is, you're right, Major League Baseball has got to pull their head out and figure something else out, because this is all no-brainer stuff.